Well, obviously, really pleased to get a win. Um, I thought we came out and we started the game the way we wanted to start the game. We established ourselves. Right there, kind of two-thirds of the way through the half, though, I felt like we had a double-digit lead. We took a couple of tough shots, and we let them get out in the open court. We had a few turnovers, and unfortunately, we missed a bunch of free throws. So that hurt us in that first half. Second half, though, we came out and responded to what we talked about. 2 turnovers in the second half, 10 assists in the second half. So we had much better ball movement, shared the ball much better. And then overall, our defense, 38% from the field is something, we could definitely live with. Putting up good numbers in that regard. Defensively, obviously, Mel led the charge there. He's our top defensive guy as far as deflections and steals and, playing multiple positions.
You mentioned you expected Mel to be the most improved player on this team, but let's talk about, this is 4 straight games now where it's not the efficiency, the scoring, the defense, just the entire package.
Well, like I said, he's put a lot of hard work into the things that we asked him to work on last year, and like I said, it was very evident to me, and I've been preaching it from day one to anybody who will listen to me. His ability to attack, left hand, make plays left hand, shoot his shot with range now, 3-point shot. Again, it only happens one way. It's by putting the time in, putting the work in. So he's, again, done a great job, and in doing so, still playing a really great all-around team game. It's not, he's playing within what we're doing, and it's, coming to him nicely.
Hey, Mel, so many assists during the run of the second half from the entire team. Is that the way you guys like to play, and how much fun do you guys have playing that way together?
Coach said get the ball in, inside out, play inside out, and get good things, and that's what happened.
Talk about that second dunk during the run. From Jordan, it was really that really sort of ignited y'all and got you back up to the margin that you wanted.
He looked at my highlight films from the past.
Just got the fast break and just went up with it and just go.
I saw something after that play I haven't seen much, because Jordan fed you the ball, you dunked it, and then Jordan did the muscle flex on the way down the court. Just the sharing that goes on this team, how contagious it is.
It's great, and like I said, it's if guys don't do that, I kind of call them out in a good way, because it's been somewhat positive. As long as the guy doesn't do it too many times, where all of a sudden he bypasses somebody up. It's not the way I ever play. It's not the way I let my players play. If you do it, I'm gonna let you know I noticed it, and then you gotta make a decision after that. Is it a character trait, or is it just you missed somebody? And so. Again, because that's the best way to play. You got to feel like everybody's going to share the ball, and and everybody's going to get the right opportunity. When you deserve it, you got a matchup, you're going to get the ball. You got a mismatch, you're going to get the ball. You're open, you're going to get the ball.
And then talk about getting to 5-0. Obviously this is the start you guys wanted to see.
Clearly, you're always trying to get off to a good start, because again, you never know when an injury bug could hit you, whatever. You got to bank wins when you can get them. So each night is important to get the one at that hand. And again, from our standpoint, it starts at the defensive end of the floor, then hitting the glass, and then it comes to taking care of the basketball and making free throws. We'll get back to making free throws for our next game.
Your next game is your first game in an opponent's home gym. Those are always tough. What are your thoughts, and do you like the makeup of your team for that situation?
I think our team can play anywhere, and it's not any opponent that would worry me. I don't care who it is, honestly. They're a tough team. They do a lot of different things. We haven't had a chance to study them totally. I've heard a little bit on the scout, stuff as far as how they play. But it'll be a tough game. But again, I think our game can travel the way we want to play. As I said to our players, and you've heard me say it a number of times, if we defend, hit the boards, and take care of the ball, then we're going to be in the game. And again, we can figure out ways to win down the stretch.
Mel, if you guys win this next game, you'll have as many wins in November as you did all of last year. Just how different is this team from last year?
We've just been working hard in the gym, coach running us, and that's what we're doing on the floor, running, trying to get points and do what we do, what we practice.
Yeah, of course, 6-0, I mean, would be a tremendous start, obviously, and basically what we went through last year to get those 6 wins. I felt, even though last year was, 6-24, I felt the whole way through the season, though, that we were on a steady rise, that we got better all the time, throughout the season. We had one dip. The one dip was Houston here, and then the next week we jumped it right back up at SMU. And then, I felt like our last 10 games of the season that, we could be in any game with anybody, and then that was the carryover. Now, coming in, 6 new guys this year. Last year I was the only teacher, really. This year, I've got 10 other guys that teach, that they know our stuff, they know what we're trying to do, they can help the younger guys. Where our younger guys are so far ahead of where our guys were last year, just because, again, it's second year in a system. We probably still think about it, too much. But at times, it's, ultimately going to get to the point where everything is just automatic.
How did the Georgia State game get on the schedule? What was it? I mean, you had to choose to play on their home court.
Well, it's one of the things that, when I came in as a coach, there's certain things I knew, certain things I didn't know. I didn't know about anything about scheduling, so that's all on Doug Stewart. So he understands the RPI, and how you need to do it, and and I'm trying to learn, and clearly I know from conference. I mean, honestly, if it was me, I'd play every top playing team in the country, but it doesn't do your conference any good, and sometimes doesn't do you any good. But we we're going to probably play 3 top 10 to 15 schools this year, between at North Carolina, Florida State on a neutral site, and then at Wichita State. So, I mean, we're not totally getting away from, shying away from the big boys. We got to have somebody to measure what we do against, and I like that.